Guys, we should be live. We should, in fact, be live, and AEW was just live. And man, oh man, what an interesting show. What a interesting show. Hold on, we're going to fix this real fast. A very, very interesting show, to say the least. It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. The opening match was great. The last match was great, but there is something in particular that we are going to talk about later on that happened. Obviously, it's the title of this video, and that's Wardlow's promo. Wardlow's promo was absolutely outstanding. It was one of the best promos that I've seen from Wardlow, I want to say, since he got from AEW, or to AEW, I should say. And I'm here to tell you that we will 1000% be breaking that down. And yeah, no, this live stream should be fun, man. I'm really excited to share all my thoughts with you guys. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the thing. And I will kick it off with Wardlow because I feel like Wardlow is the reason why I'm even live right now, because he made the show as interesting as it possibly could be. And man, oh man, did he kill it? Did he kill it? Wardlow completely destroyed that promo. Ashton, I did not watch AEW today. What's new? Ashton, you missed out. I'm not going to lie to you. AEW was absolutely outstanding, and I believe every person who is in here will 100% agree with me that tonight's show was definitely good. It was better than what we have seen from them as of recent. They did everything that I needed them to do. They hit all the pinpoints that I needed them to. And Wardlow's promo was absolutely outstanding. I'll keep on saying it because that promo was something that I've never seen from him, and something that a lot of people questioned in the first place if Wardlow could even be capable of doing something along those lines. And man, oh man, that guy killed it. He absolutely did. Guys, if you guys watched AEW and you guys are just now joining, let me know down in the section or in the comment section, the live chat, whatever. Let me know what your guys' thoughts were on AEW, because I genuinely did think it was a good show. If you guys watched, let me know. I know there are some people that may not be the biggest AEW fans, but I really want to get your guys' opinion. I want to get your guys' thoughts. I want to know what you guys thought of the show. Again, me personally, thought it was a great show. Thought they did some warm-hearted things that I needed them to do to open me back up into the programming, because AEW programming has been lackluster for some time now. But if you guys have not been aware or are not fully aware, they're doing things to try and gain the fans back. And they're doing all the right things, although Tony Khan may be letting off of the Twitter fingers and doing what he does on Twitter. It doesn't really matter because the talent have him and they are doing good things for themselves. And so again, Wardlow comes out and he cuts this absolutely outstanding promo. Ashton, do you think this might be their comeback? There is a good chance. I feel like if you take away Twitter and you get off Twitter and you stop looking at the internet wrestling community and what they have to say about AEW, I think then you can open your eyes a little bit more. And I'm just, speaking in general term, that you can open your eyes a little bit more and you could see that AEW is trying. And if you're willing to understand that people have to go through trials and tribulations to get themselves back, then you'll understand what AEW is doing. My man Robin, what is up, my boy? My man Robin's in the chat. But if you're willing to open your eyes and see that, hey, like AEW is doing everything in their power to gain the fans back, let's be willing. It's their first time messing up. Can you really hold them accountable so much for it? Especially when they held wrestling down through a pandemic and then the rocket ship beginning that they have. And yes, there's been rocky times since then, especially with all the drama. But taking that all away, I feel like it's safe to say that we can all agree that this is okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. Jacob Andrew says, I wanted to like it, but it feels like they've been going to draws too much lately. I think Purrazzo almost killed Rain. I love the Tony Purrazzo camera work. Wardlow's promo was A+. Jacob, I absolutely agree to a certain extent, because they have been going to draws a lot, and that was something that I plan on mentioning throughout this live stream, is that was one thing that did upset me, and it was the draws. It was how many draws that they kept going to, especially with FTR and the Blackpool Combat Club. Robin says, tonight's episode of Dynamite was pretty damn good. Better than last week's show, in my opinion. Absolutely. Last week's show felt very, very filler. It felt like just they're trying to get to Revolution. Now, this week, obviously, I want to say they have, let me look at the date. I don't, what do they have? Do they maybe have one more show before? Yeah, so they have one more show before Revolution. So it's definitely them trying to get to Revolution. Robin, I'm good, man, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. That's all that matters. Thank you guys for tuning in too. I appreciate you guys. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live, but I was like, you know what? I probably should. It's probably the right thing to do. Go live. Jacob says, what's the time frame on Cole's medical clear, though? Does Cole want the belt? I don't know, Jacob. I don't know. Robin says currently had the cough, so it's a little tough, but not too bad. Good, man. Good. As long as it's not too bad. We don't like the coughs, but as long as things aren't too bad. Ashton says, I really hope that they got something good going because WrestleMania is right around the corner and has a whole lot of attention currently. And then Jacob says Collision, and that's it. So, Ashton, to answer you, I will say this. AEW will not be able to compete with WWE in that caliber. That's the real side of it. They're not going to be able to. I don't even think they're going to try to because now they have All In, which is what? April, May, June, July, August. So 4 months past WrestleMania. And that's their big show. So once they get to their big show, then they could start to worry about how they're going to promote it, blah, blah, blah. But Revolution to them is another pay-per-view. It's not the biggest, it's not the smallest, but they gotta give them time. They'll get to August. They're gonna do Revolution. They're gonna have Sting's final farewell. It's gonna be good. There are, go figure, a lot of matches on the card. That's one thing that Tony really needs to get under control. Is that card? That card is too long on all of those pay-per-views. It is too long. Tony needs to get that right. Robin says it just feels like there is bubble stuck in my throat and it keeps making me cough. But man, wrestling has been amazing this week so far. Robin, yeah, we still got Friday and we got Saturday. Which, by the way, guys, I never put up a poll, so I'm probably going to. If you guys want me and Ango to go live for a watch along, at 5 a.m. our time for Elimination Chamber. So I'll put that poll up after this live stream. Or you know what? We'll put it up now. We'll put up the live stream now, real fast. Here we go. Do we go live for Elimination Chamber watch along? We're gonna put that up right now. We're gonna put hell yeah, hell yes, brother, and then we're gonna put hell no, brother. So, guys, I dropped a poll. You guys go vote. So, if we're going to do a watch along, I need you guys to let me know. David says, hey, Billy, what is up? Leaving Friday for States. Probably won't be able to start watch Elimination Chamber until I get up because Saturday is when we play. David, awesome, man. Excited for you. Excited for you. That's definitely a good reason to miss a show. And there will definitely be time for you to get back to it. Robin says, yes. Robin, hell yeah, brother. If you stream, I might stay up, even though I will probably have work on that day. Robin, I actually took that day off of work to play it smart. They scheduled it for me off, but I took it off beforehand just because. The poll should be up on my my community tab. Ashton says Sting is a true legend, has been in the business for a very long time. Hell, even I am surprised that he is still wrestling, but it will be sad to see him go. So to that, I'll say it was awesome seeing what Darby said. I think Darby did an interview recently where he talked about how, like, you know, obviously Sting had the whole thing back in like 2015 with Seth Rollins where he got injured in that match. And how he felt like he was going to have to retire on that accord. But to come back to AEW and retire on his own terms, even no matter how the age or whatever the case is, he's came back and he's done it. And that guy is absolutely outstanding. So it's going to be sad watching Sting go. It really is. I'll probably cry during it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not saying I was the biggest Sting fan growing up because obviously that was before my time, but Sting absolutely is a legend throughout wrestling and the history of it. Just, it's amazing to see, man. David said, I will be able to watch towards the end. Just don't know when. Probably be waking up at 6:46 and watch during breakfast. There you go, David. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'm super excited, man. I really am. This show has got me geeked in ways that people have no idea. No idea. Elimination Chamber is going to be fun. Sting all the way from WCW to AEW. What a journey, Ashton. Absolutely. That journey has been outstanding. Also, guys, I fixed my internet problem. It was something that we talked about before, but I really wanted to mention it on this live stream. My internet problem is fixed. We should be clear as day. Like clear as day. We've upgraded the internet. We've got the Ethernet cable. We're running directly from the Wi-Fi box into the computer. So we should be good. We should be good. Jacob says it starts 4 a.m. my time. Got to be at work by 8. Whew. Whew. See, it's so crazy to think about all of us and what we have to do in our daily lives. And like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and turn it on while I get ready for work. Like, what, dude? That's insane. Ashton said, "Yes, sir." Yup. Robin says, "Yeah." I'm taking your talking about my internet, Robin. We have since upgraded, and life is good. Life is good. Life is very good. Oh, guys. But tonight's show, man. Tonight's show, I really want to talk about this Wardlow promo. If I don't talk about anything, I want to talk about that. That promo was everything that I needed from Wardlow plus a little bit more. You see, for 2 years, Wardlow has been completely buried in AEW. It was so buried that it was sickening. Robin says, either way, I'm going to be tired as fuck on Saturday, and I'm all for it. Hell yeah, Robin. Jacob says, yeah, but I enjoy it 10 times more live than watching it after it already happened. Yeah, Jacob, that's true. I feel like that's a lot of people. David says, my prediction for the next 3 AEW World Championships: Swerve Strickland, Wardlow, Will Ospreay, depending on when Ospreay gets his opportunity. I will be honest with you. Will Ospreay, I didn't realize I was as excited for Will Ospreay as I was until I seen what happened today. So very excited for Will Ospreay. Very, very excited. But Wardlow comes out and he cuts this promo, man. He just is letting off the rip. He's talking about he is better than you, and you know it. And then he is talking about the real world champion and how his body's still breaking down from the beating that he gave him, obviously referencing CM Punk. Just some amazing mic work, man. So many people slept on Wardlow. They really did. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Wardlow was one of the most slept on talents I think AEW had, knowing damn well that man should not have been slept on. I'm gonna be real here. That guy was so slept on, and it was so sickening because that guy put in so much work. And obviously, if you guys go back to what he did with MJF and the Pinnacle and how that just got dropped out of fucking nowhere. No, that shit was absolutely amazing. I'm here to tell you guys. That shit with the Pinnacle was at that time was probably the best thing going on AEW television. And then obviously the MJF CM Punk feud that obviously changed a lot for AEW in general. But if you look back at that Pinnacle faction and what that really was, dude, AEW had it figured out. So to see Wardlow come out and it sucked, right? Because when he joined the Undisputed Elite or whatever the fuck, I don't even know their fucking names anymore. But when he joined them, it was like, oh shit, like fuck, dude, they're about to fuck this guy up again. Like he's in another faction. I posted a TikTok about it over on my TikTok channel, which if you guys want, go follow me over on TikTok. It's at Billy TKO. Go over there, follow me, whatever the case. I talked about it, and I said they just revamped what they did in fucking WWE with the Undisputed Elite. It was undisputed faction. Yeah, they're undisputed something. They're an undisputed faction. Undisputed Kings. I hope if I'm, it might see like what the fuck. I don't know their names. Undisputed something. But I was like, shit, Wardlow is a part of this and has no business being a part of this because this guy can do so well on his own and he can Undisputed Kingdom. Thank you, Robin. That is it. It is the Undisputed Kingdom. For fuck's sake, dude. Oh, no. Used to be Elite, now it's Kingdom. Yep, okay. Yes. So it was the Undisputed Era, then it was the Undisputed Elite, now it's the Undisputed Kingdom. Whatever the fuck. It's just a revamped version of the Undisputed Era from WWE. That's it. That's it. Just with new people. So I see it and I'm like, shit, like I don't want Wardlow a part of that because again, he could tell such good stories on his own. And I understand Adam Cole and MJF story and how deep it runs. But really, that Wardlow story, like looking at it now and like where we're sitting right now, that Wardlow story runs a lot deeper because his hatred and his anger comes from the 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 it comes from MJF. That's where it stems from. That's where the hatred comes from. David Decker, what is with Adam Cole and Undisputed? I don't know, David. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool name, like the idea of Undisputed. Like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm the best of the best. That's cool. But like, it still doesn't really make sense to me because it's like, dude, you just revamped what you did before. But to each his own. To each his own. Uh, if this fails for Wardlow off to WWE, David, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say 100% that that's 100% what's going down. But if they fumble him really bad, you could tell in that promo tonight that Wardlow was pissed off. Like, that came from a real place. I'm here to tell you guys that. That came from a real place. That reminded me of MJF's promo back in June of 2022 when he cut it in LA. That's what that reminded me of. So that came from a real place. That man is really pissed off. And they said, yeah, go out there and say something about it, which might have been the best thing that they could have done. But they definitely got to give him a fresh start and they need to let that guy move his legs and go. Ashton, you think that the name Undisputed Kingdom is a hint back to Adam Cole's NXT days? Because I thought that when he held the NXT champion, I think it was called the Undisputed Era. Yeah, Ashton, it was. It's a playback to what happened in NXT. Jacob says Wardlow versus Breaker or with him would be insane. Jacob, there's so many things that you could do with Wardlow in AEW. There's so many things that you could do with him in WWE. One thing that I know is for sure is that I need something with him and MJF. That's it. Same with Cole. Same thing. I need both of those stories to be told very, very well. Obviously, when MJF gets back to television, it'll be a huge deal. That man will be the biggest baby face that we have ever seen. And that's what I want people to remember is stay tuned for AEW, man. Don't sleep on this company because they still have what I believe is the best future or even right now star in the business in MJF. That guy is so outstanding. It's insane. So don't sleep all the way on them. They are going to continue to rise and they're going to continue to be better, obviously, with the Will Ospreays coming in the world, with the possibilities of the Okadas coming into the world, and with the idea that MJF will be back eventually. When? Nobody knows, but soon, right? Sooner rather than later. Uh, Ashton, the name kind of sounds badass. Just get rid of the kingdom part. Yeah, if you just undisputed, hard, dope. Wardlow versus MJF at All In. MJF is healed by then. Also crying, or also any update on Ricky Starks? Yeah, still no update on Ricky Starks' contract. I don't know what's going on with his contract all the way, but I mean, what is this? He wasn't on TV tonight. I mean, there's a chance he'll probably be on TV on Saturday, but yeah, I don't know what the update on Ricky Starks is. It's going to be interesting to find out. I'll tell you that because I told you guys on the live stream that me and Ango just did on Monday that there is one guy from AEW that I do prefer goes to WWE, and that is Ricky Starks. I stand on that, and I stand on that, and I stand on that. Jacob, I don't think any of us seen. I mean, I know I didn't. I did not see the Mercedes Monet video on X. I did not see it. But man, oh man, oh man, that show. That was a good show, man. It did really everything that I needed it to do for me in terms of like watcher. So, like I said to Ashton in the beginning of this live stream, if you guys are watching AEW while looking at the internet, I'm here to tell you you're not going to enjoy it. They're gonna tell you that the crowd is not there, it's not existent, it's AEW's fault, blah blah blah. But what they won't tell you is that AEW's crowd is still one of the hottest crowds, whether there's 500 people in attendance or 40,000. AEW has one of the hottest crowds in the business. And I think if you step off of the internet and you pull away, right? Take away from what they're doing. you will know and you will realize that AEW show isn't bad if you because I think the difference is that some of us watch wrestling to watch the idea of storytelling versus others who watch it for the wrestling part. AEW offers a little bit of both, but more on the pro wrestling side. Now, the thing is many people say they're pro wrestling fans, but don't realize that they may just only be sports entertainment fans, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit out here and call anybody out or say any names or anything like that, but I do want to mention that is that some people are sports entertainment fans, others are pro wrestling fans. Some people are fans of both. Whatever the case may be, just understand that there is a market out there for everybody. And AEW is hitting both of them. They still have work to do because the show isn't the best and it isn't cohesive. So Ashton says, I think the Undisputed Kingdom is AEW's version of the Bloodline, but I could be overreaching. Ashton, yeah, I mean they're obviously two very, very different factions, and if you look back, if it were Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong, I would 100% tell you that absolutely that is their version of the Bloodline because that is their version of the best faction in the world. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong may have been the best faction never seen on the main roster in WWE, that is. I'm just being honest. That faction, hands down, besides the Bloodline, would have gone down as the best faction in modern day history. Modern day. I'll mention that. Jacob says, I mean, I don't think tonight's crowd was a good example, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about the attendance, but it didn't feel very vocal. No, Jacob, it wasn't. Tonight's audience was not very vocal. They were vocal when they needed to be. For somebody who's been to an AEW show and I've experienced what it was like at a Dynamite, dude, I know that the crowd wasn't huge, but man, oh man, was that motherfucker bonkers. Live, that shit was insane because it was the night that Don Callis actually turned on Kenny Omega that I went. And dude, that place roared. Because everybody understood what was going on. There wasn't any person who wasn't a fan of pro wrestling, if that makes sense. Like everybody who was there was a fan of pro wrestling. David says Mercedes Moné getting the CM Punk treatment with AEW. Recent hire of Jeb Pepperman also hired a sign. Got confiscated tonight. Oh shit! I did not know that, David. I did not know that. David, look at you. Keep me updated, man. I was not aware of that. I was not aware that a sign was confiscated tonight. That's very Vince McMahon-esque of Tony Khan. If that's true. I'm not going to sit here and say that's true. But if it's true. But yes, David, Mercedes is 1,000% getting the CM Punk treatment. Rightfully so. That woman is huge. She sold out TD Garden. She sold out TD Garden without confirming it. It's the same thing. So yeah, she deserves it. Yeah, Jacob, I'm in the same boat. What sign? Ashton says, I watched the Iron Claw movie like a day ago. It was good, but I won't give any spoilers, but I will say it had a certain feeling to it. Ashton, I have not actually seen the Iron Claw yet. I probably should be better and go see it. And excuse me, guys, I'm going to answer a text message. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Guys, I'm doing some music stuff again, too. So I'll update you guys on that later. But yeah, I'm just staying in touch. I got a cool show coming up that I'm going to do. Going to be a judge for that. But here we talk about wrestling. So he says, this is from David. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish will all eventually return to WWE. Also, big prediction, post-Revolution, United Empire breaks up. Yeah, I do believe that the United Empire will break up after Revolution. I 100% do. Jacob says Iron Claw was good, but every segment that had Ric Flair sucked. Yeah, I heard. I seen some things on Twitter of the person they had play Ric Flair wasn't the best. Whoever played Ric Flair, excuse me, Ric Flair never watched Flair. LOL. Yeah, no, Jacob, they probably didn't. To be honest with you, they probably did not. But I will tell you 100% that Zac Efron, from what I seen, at least, him and Jeremy, what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? The dude from Shameless. Jeremy Allen White, I want to say. Jeremy Allen White. I want to say that's his name. But regardless, Jacob, we will get into yes, we will talk about the Cage Garcia promo. We'll talk about that here momentarily. Actually, we'll talk about it right now. Yes, Daniel Garcia, and Christian Cage. Yes, Christian Cage is a man of the people. That man loves to talk about dads. He cannot get enough of fathers. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. As somebody who has a important relevant or important relative like my father who has passed away, hearing these promos, I take them very lightheartedly. I take them very, very lighthearted because they're so fun, right? Because obviously, guys, we know Christian Cage is not serious about what he's saying. But man, he makes that shit seem serious. That guy is up there, dude. So he comes out and he's talking about Christian, or he's talking about Daniel Garcia. He's talking about his dad. And then Daniel actually said something that I was like, oh shit. Like that was a good comeback. I think he said, why don't you come up here or come fight me and I'll put you in the ground right next to him. I was like, God, what the fuck? I was like, why? That it was cool. Jacob says, real family man. Hell yeah. Christian loves his family. Solak says, I'm late to the live. Let's talk about that Wardlow promo. Yeah, guys, obviously that was the talk of the night. Wardlow's promo was it. Wardlow's promo was 100% it. But also in that same breath, that Christian Cage promo was great. And then let's not sleep on the matches. Let's not sleep on the matches. That main event was very good. It felt very random, but it was good. David says, wonder if Christian Cage's father was bad because he keeps bringing up everyone else's father. Yeah, David, he might have been. I need to, I might go do some research on Christian Cage's father just to see. I want to know how he was. Christian Cage called Daniel Garcia's dad like a raging alcoholic. I was like, dude, come on, man. That's crazy. Does it make for good TV? Sure, but man, oh man, that is steep. Steep as hell. But man, I as good as everything was, man, I'm really stuck on the Wardlow promo, and I'm sorry to keep talking about it, but that thing just felt so special, and I need to see AEW execute on that. I need to see them do well. I do. Ashton says, John Cena has been getting hit with backlash recently, but I think that it is kind of bullshit, and it may sound a little wrong, but I agree with Cena on some of the things that he has said. Ashton, I haven't seen what Cena said. I'll be honest with you. I have not seen what John Cena has said. I can't imagine. Richard, hey Billy, how are you doing? AEW is not that good. AEW is not that good anymore. I think it's getting a little boring. Richard, yeah, I mean, hey, nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong. I will say, if you did tune into the show tonight, you would have watched a very good AEW show. I think if you take as I said in the beginning of this, I think if you take the idea, I think if you take the idea of what's the word that I'm looking for here, the IWC, you'll watch a very good product. I'll be real honest with you guys. Ashton says it's about the whole Vince McMahon lawsuit. Ashton, there is so much with that lawsuit, and if I'm gonna even bring it up, I will say that because I haven't talked about it really ever. I will say that the Vince McMahon lawsuit, in my humble opinion, and what I've seen and what I've read, it's sickening. It's sickening. That's the only word I can think of. And it probably runs deeper than that. I'll be honest with you guys. If my voice ever matters, that's what I'd like to say about the Vince McMahon situation. It's sickening. Richard said, I saw the show. Good, man. Good. Then, hey, that's just your opinion. I understand your opinion 100%. David says, prediction for Revolution. Killswitch betrays Christian Cage. Double or nothing, Luchasaurus versus Cage. If Luchasaurus loses, he must be unmasked. David, that's a really fucking good prediction. I'm going to put this up. Hold on. I like the idea of this. I do. I really do. I love the idea of this. I think it's a good idea, especially because because I still remember what they did when they had Luchasaurus or Killswitch, whatever, walk directly out there and hand his TNT title shot over. Yeah, I did not forget that, AEW. Sorry, you have to live with that. That's as bad as the finger poke of doom. Jacob says you don't want him unmasked. It will kill any run he has. So I forget his name, but he was in NXT beforehand, back in like 2015, 2014, before he was in NXT. Ashton says it's just sad. Yeah, Ashton, it is. It is. You know, I've seen a lot of people come out and comment on it. So I guess if I'm going to give any of my thoughts, and if they ever matter, yeah, I just stand by it. Sickening. Richard says, I like WWE better. Hey, Richard, that's all right. I like WWE better too, if I'm going to be honest with you. So do I. Jacob Andrew says he won't. No, he would end up winning the match. I agree. Luchasaurus would. Eston says Rikishi has his own YouTube channel now called Rikishi Fatu, excuse me, off the top rope. Cool. Love Rikishi, man. That's something I'll watch. I'll watch Rikishi all day. All day long, I'll watch Rikishi. David says Judas Luchasaurus was also on Big Brother 17. I did not know that. Interesting shit, man. Interesting shit. I genuinely. Oh, guys, Moof has made it to. Moof, you gonna sit with us? He's gripping me tight right now. Moof, can you say hello? Guys, I am bound to believe that I have the funniest cat in the world. If this guy doesn't give me subscribers, I don't know what will. I'm be honest with you. Robin says, move. Hell yeah, brother. That's the man, the myth, the legend, Mufasa. Moof, the real tribal chief. Hell yeah, Ashton. Hell yeah. Moof is the real tribal chief. Richard says Luchasaurus is one stupid moron, guys. We don't like that. Moof versus Christian at Revolution. Moof, you have a match. You have a match at Revolution on March 6th. So 4 days before your dad's birthday, you have a match. Move. That's from Robin. Boom. We're showing Move all the love in the chat. He's right now getting his ear pet, and that's his favorite thing in the world. He loves getting his ear pet. I don't know why. I don't know what for. You guys showing him so much love makes me so happy because this guy is literally my little companion. He is just the coolest dude in the world. He comes with me everywhere. This is my guy. This is 100% my guy. So you guys giving him all that love makes me really happy. But yeah, no. Luchasaurus is one stupid moron, guys. I will say that what he did at Revolution, or not Revolution, where was it? It was at the World's End. Not very smart. Ashton says, acknowledge Moof. Acknowledge that, man. Put the ones up. Put the ones up in the chat. We acknowledge him, Moof. Moof, you the real tribal chief, Bubs. But guys, I want to know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of AEW tonight? Let me know. I am interested. I'm very, very intrigued. FTR was there. I feel like we haven't seen them. I don't watch Collision, so maybe they were on Collision. But I know that they have not been on my TV for some time. So it was nice seeing FTR. Guys, I am a huge FTR fan. I will tell you, I seen everything that was going on with the charges and whatnot with Cash, and made me very, very sad. because I love FTR and I think their run should continue forever and it should never stop. And they should go everywhere and wrestle every tag team. All right, so David has a question for everybody in the chat and everybody who's watching. Question for everyone. I know that this will and won't probably happen, but what if Ric Flair betrays and costs Sting the match because he did walk by the Young Bucks tonight? He went and spoke with the Young Bucks, David. I think this will be the one time where Sting's going to see the turn coming. Yep, that'll be the night. That'll be one hell of a way for Sting to go, is if he could see Ric Flair's turn coming. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna have Sting lose, but I think he should. That one's so difficult. Ashton, it seems like The Rock is listening to the fans, and that this is great because the old administration did not give a damn. Ashton, hell yeah. The Rock, I'm not sure if you guys seen what he said on Twitter, but he was like, they're going to Perth, and him acknowledging and shouting out Grayson Waller, amazing. Grayson Waller should feel on top of the world right now. That guy is awesome. Jacob says, I I don't know, man. Rick needs to stop. LOL. Jacob, hell yeah. Somebody get Rick out of there. That man does not need to keep going. I said it before. Get Rick the fuck out of there. Let that guy go chill, man. That guy needs to chill. Richard says, I think Sting's gonna lose at Revolution. Yeah, I mean, if they can have him lose. It doesn't really matter whether he wins or loses. Obviously, we know it's gonna be his last match, but whether he wins or loses doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because if he loses, right? If he loses, then he's just doing the job and he's putting those guys over. And to me, that's absolutely outstanding because he deserves that. David also says the fact it is now a Texas Tornado tag team match for the title. Can anyone interfere? Yeah, no, David, they can. Robin, Sting and Darby should win and retire as tag team champions. Robin, that's what I say. I do believe that Sting should retire as a champion, and you need to rebuild the tag division. And if you want to rebuild it, this is your opportunity because the titles, you can vacate the titles without without it being in a very, very dumb way. So I think this would be a good way to get a tag team tournament, kind of like what they did with the what's the tournament name? Why can't I think of it off the top of my head? But the tournament that they just did with the blue league and the gold league, and yeah, I mean they could do that exact same thing. Richard says Sting doesn't have to prove anything to himself. He wasn't in the business. He was in the business for over 40 years. Yeah, Richard, I mean that guy's awesome. Sting is the man. Jacob says the fact the Bucks feel like they need this match to get over is super dumb. Yeah, I mean they don't, but it's playing well into their characters and what they're doing, so it is what it is. Ashton says Cody versus Roman in a Hell in a Cell match. Any thoughts? It's not a horrible idea. I don't hate the idea of it, and you can do it, but there are some things that you would have to do really to get that right. The Hell in a Cell match, at least, because that opens the door 100% for interference, and I think then you would 100% see interference, which a lot of people. That's one of the big debates right now: is do you want to see that interference with Cody and Roman in that match, or do you want Cody to win clean? Because you can have Cody win dirty, and it'll be fine, but having him win clean makes that much more sense. Yeah, David, thank you. It's the Continental Classic, guys. My brain is not all the way there today, but we're moving. But yes, the Continental Classic. That was what I was talking about. You can kind of do the same thing with the tag team division. You bring out your best tag teams. Ashton says, personally, I do not think it needs a Hell in a Cell. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. When you look at it, they'll be fine. Richard says, Cody better finish his story already. I'm getting tired of Roman Reigns. He's a crappy champion. Richard, I agree. I'm tired of Roman too. That man's making me exhausted. Jacob says, Cody Roman, Not the Punjabi prison match. No way. No way. How funny would that be though? Can you imagine if they did that shit? Dude, I'd lose my mind if I seen like 6 things of bamboo. Dude, I would lose it. That would be hilarious. I need that in my life. Actually, do that. Yeah, do that. I hope Cody and Roman isn't. I hope it now is 100% in a Punjabi prison match. If you guys have ever heard like the stories that like I think it was Batista and the Great Khali or the Undertaker and the Great Khali that had that match, but if you hear the stories, they are hilarious. Hilarious. David says, question for everyone. When David Finlay becomes a free agent, does he choose AEW or WWE? I'd like to see him in AEW. Not everybody needs to go to WWE and not everybody needs to go to AEW. Some fit better. Dude, we live in this world now where all these people have jobs and they'll be fine. They'll be so fine. Robin says, LOL. Hell yeah, Robin. I'm trying to be funny. I don't know if I am, but I try to be. And maybe people will take me serious. I don't know. I don't know. To the people that think I'm serious, sorry. Jacob says, LMAO. David also says Cody versus a Roman Punjabi prison match with Great Khali as a special guest ref. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, brother. I need that in my life. If I don't get that, yeah, matter of fact, I'm going to write that down because I need to go talk to WWE because I think we could do something here. I think if I bring all of us, all of my 10 viewers to WWE, right? I think if we go to them and we pitch the idea of the Punjabi prison match, I think they're forced to listen to us, right? I think they are. Ashton says, I won't lie. The thought of Roman winning is a big possibility, and I really hope that they do not go down that route. I just want to see Cody finish the story. Please, WWE, it is time to end it. Yes, Ashton, that story will 100% be finished. If you guys watched Raw, and if you guys watch SmackDown even, you will know that 100% the Cody's story is going to finish. David says, just saying because his father and brother are there. Also, Brogan Finley has his first match. Had his first match. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Robin says, yes, with force. Hell yeah, Robin, we're kicking fucking doors down, dude. Fucking kicking the doors down, bro. John says, I'm not missing CM Punk. John, I think this is your first time commenting in chat, man. I have not seen you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. I'm not missing CM Punk. I am. I'll be honest, John. I miss CM Punk. But I have my own personal reasons for liking CM Punk. And it runs deeper than wrestling. So that's more of a bias thing. But I understand that you don't. That's okay. Ashton says, yes, we want the Punjabi prison match. New trend. Yeah, can we get that started on Twitter? Dude, Twitter would lose their mind if they seen us tweeting that shit. They'd be like, hell no. Fuck you. No. You can't do that. That shit. Then they'd be super serious about it. Lame ass. Jacob says, Rock costs Roman, sets up WrestleMania 41 for Roman Rock. Yeah, Jacob, that's 100% what it's going to be. The Rock is really a good guy down in heart. In heart, he is 100% a good guy. David says, bold prediction. Bold prediction, Rock or Solo cost Roman the title at Mania. It'll be The Rock, just like we said. Jacob definitely hit it on the head there. Richard says, we still don't know what The Rock said to Cody about Roman when Rock whispered in Cody's ear. Yeah, I think that was more of a personal thing. I don't necessarily know. That was kind of like Bray and Undertaker when they did their whole thing. And it was like, yeah, no, that was coming with me. No, now thinking about it, I'm looking at it like the Rock probably whispered him, like, bro, watch this. That's probably what he said to him. Watch this. We're about to shake everything up. Fuck everybody's nights up. And that's exactly what they did. They fucked everybody's night up. David said Wardlow did mention CM Punk tonight. He did. He didn't necessarily mention him, but he took shots at him, I guess is the word. Since everybody likes to use that one. Yes, Wardlow did in fact take shots at CM Punk, and what did he say? He said that man's still breaking down after the beating that I gave him. His body's still breaking down. I mean, he's not lying, dude. He's not. It's a poor CM Punk, man. Dude, don't have stupid friends because they're funny to have, man. They're funny to have. Jacob says, I wonder how many matches they're going to add to Revolution on Saturday. I I want so Revolution is a couple Saturdays away. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Or no. I said that Revolution was March 6th. It's definitely March 3rd. So it'll be on a Sunday. Um, Revolution's this Sunday? It can't be. John says 7 matches so far. When is Revolution? Hold on. When is No, it's March 3rd. I knew it. Yeah, it's March 3rd. Yeah. I was right. I was right. David says, calling it now. Rock told Cody plan is working and joining the bloodline was part of the plan, so Roman does not suspect a thing. So at Mania, Rock can cost Roman. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They got some good shit going on. They definitely got some good shit going on. Guys, that Wardlow promo though, man. I could not believe it. I needed that from Wardlow so bad. I really did. I don't know why I needed it from him so bad, but dude, I did. That was so important to me for him to have that because it made all the sense in the world for that guy to be the one coming out and cutting that promo. It made the most sense. So I was so happy to see him doing exactly what it is that man does. And that man is outstanding. Jacob says, fuck, you're right. These storylines have been dragging on too long. They have. They have. Those stories, man, they are kicking. They are kicking. David says, Robin is correct. Next Sunday is Revolution. Yeah, I knew I was right. I knew I was right. Jacob says Wardlow will get at least a dark match after that promo. LOL. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Quit it. Yo. My man Omer's in the chat. Wardlow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate the love, bro. Omer says it here. Real Take Wrestling. Y'all go subscribe to him, man. That man's putting on great content. I seen you were live, brother, and I went live, so I couldn't come tap in right away. But I will go watch it after this. Y'all be sure to go subscribe to Omer, man. That man is over there putting in so much work. So much work. And he has a really good take on AEW, and I think everybody needs to listen to it. I'm just saying. I've had the pleasure of chatting with him over on Engo Show as well. And yeah, I think everybody should go check this guy out. John says Borlow. No, John. Why? John, your logo's sweet. I've never seen John spelt in such a cool way in lettering. Ashton says Wardlow, the one to break from Undisputed Kingdom and become babyface. Yeah, I mean, that's bound to happen at some point in my thoughts. David says, calling it now, Wardlow goes crazy and makes Tony fear for his life and tell him I am going to WWE. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the MJF promo. Same thing. That's what tonight felt like, dude. It felt like that promo that MJF cut back in June 2022. That shit was awesome. Robin says, man, I'm just really fucking happy wrestling is fun again. Dude, I agree. Omer, much love, brother. Much love, man. Much love, man. I love what you're doing over there, dude. Very, very happy for you, brother. Robin also says, everyone boo John. John turned heel in the chat. John, what the fuck, dude? You turned heel? Dude, this guy's a bad guy now because of the Wardlow thing. Because of the Wardlow thing, dude. You can't do that, John. If you know my chat, they're into this shit. But John, around here, it's okay to be the bad guy. It's okay. It is A-okay. Jacob, you're right. That's funny. Wardlow is literally the heel. Yes. Yes, he is. He's the bad guy. Wardlow is actually the bad guy, not John. John's not the bad guy. It's actually I was about to say, Jacob, you're the bad guy. Jacob, you pointing that out makes you the bad guy. Guys, I appreciate all you guys, man. We've been hanging out in here for an hour, man. I'm having fun. You guys are awesome. You guys are outstanding. Outstanding. AEW is doing some cool shit, man. They really are. Richard says, what happened to MJF? He is coming to wrestling. I think you mean he's coming back, Richard. Yes. Yes, he is. Rob, I knew Robin was coming in the chat somewhere. Boom. Jacob just turned heel too. Oh my God. Can you not believe it? Because I can't. I cannot believe it. Jacob, I didn't think that was in your wheelhouse. But it's true. Jacob, you turned heel, man. I'm so sorry, brother. David says when Wardlow wins the title, Adam Cole will say, "Give me the title," then doesn't give him the title. Yeah, because obviously, if you guys watched that first promo, that the Undisputed Kingdom, they came out and talked about how Wardlow, when he's gonna go fight for the AEW championship, but he's gonna give it directly to Adam Cole, blah blah blah, shit like that. Yeah, that'll be how the story goes. Ashton says it's unfortunate for TNA. I thought they were cooking up something new, but there goes their top corporate structure trying to bring that all down. Damn shame. Yeah, I'll talk about that for a moment. TNA. I just seen that they re-signed Josh Alexander, who they just kind of extended his contract. Shitty on their part. If that is the case, and he wanted to go somewhere else, very shitty on their part. TNA, man, I mean, getting rid of Scott D'Amore, I get it, right? Because like I think Moose actually said it to where he was shocked that they let him go. Um, it's a really shitty situation. Moose obviously coming from football where coaches get fired all the time. It Seeing Scott D'Amore go, that's one coach you don't get rid of, especially who is creating your company and taking it to new heights. Now, if you got rid of him after, just the idea like, oh, he'll get us to where we need to go, and then after that, we'll take control. Yeah, no, big problem. Big problem because that man, Scott D'Amore, he loved TNA, he bled TNA, he cried TNA, and he sweat TNA. So shame on that company for what they've done to Scott D'Amore, but also in the same breath, it's business at the end of the day, and you got to do what you got to do. Jacob says, plot twist, Robin was the heel the whole time. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Can we get a oh, shit in the chat? Oh, shit in the motherfucking chat, dog. Oh, Robin. 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 What the fuck? Yeah, Ashley. Oh, shit. Robin. Robin. What the fuck? David says maybe MJF made Tony fear for his life. No, guys, MJF is out with injury. Yes, MJF is out with injury. Question for everyone. This is also from David. Where does Josh Alexander go? I think Josh heads to WWE along with Moose and Jordan Grace. You never know. You never know. I know Moose just signed a long deal before all this happened with TNA. So Jacob says Alex Shelley was on Busted Open and talked about it a little, but he cut it down. Scott didn't revive TNA. It was the wrestlers, and that's the bottom line. D'Amore has been there thick and thin. But yeah, Jacob, I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, it does take the wrestlers to revive it, but there's something about who has spirit. So that'll be my argument. Is Scott D'Amore had the spirit of TNA that lived within him. That's just the honest truth there. It really, really is. Moof, what are you doing down there, dude? This guy, he's the chattiest cat on planet Earth, guys. I'll be honest with you. This guy talks. He has conversations. So I never have a dull moment. I talk all the time because my cat talks to me. Moof. All right, dude. You're doing your thing. I'll leave you alone. Whatever. Richard says, "Hey, kitty, how you doing?" He's chilling, man. He's chilling. He did that thing that cats do where they smack across the wall and shit. Ashton says, possibility of Stone Cold Steve opening up a can of whoop ass on The Rock one more time at WrestleMania 40 Night 2. I don't think it happens, but it would be cool. Obviously, Stone Cold he did his last thing with Kevin Owens, and, we wished for that, and we got that. So, at the end of the day, they are just doing what they are supposed to do, and, Stone Cold coming back isn't needed. It's not needed. Would it be cool? Absolutely, but it's not needed. So don't forget that, guys. Do not forget that. Ashton, I heard Austin was open to the idea of another match. I don't know. If he was, I mean, there's no better person than The Rock, but it would just, they don't need it. They don't. Let that guy be. If he wants to make an appearance at WrestleMania, I'm all down for that. I 100% am. I'll be honest. I will 100% be honest. But guys, we're probably going to wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for showing Moof all the love. He's a good boy. Guys, that Wardlow promo was absolutely outstanding. Some of the coolest shit I think we've seen in AEW in some time, man. I'll be honest with you guys. So I definitely needed that from AEW very, very badly. And they did exactly what I needed them to. And they hit the nail exactly where I wanted them to. So big props to them, man. They're doing what it is they need to do. To all you guys, man, thank you so much. Probably go a couple more minutes. I'll read a little bit more of the chat. Richard says Stone Cold is too old. You can't wrestle anymore. It's like saying The Rock's too old. Age doesn't matter. Not in wrestling. David says, breaking news, ROH Supercard of Honor has announced its date and location Friday, April 5th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And Tony and AEW said there was now competition. Okay. Ashton says, all acknowledge the tribal chief. Move. Put your ones up. Acknowledge the tribal chief. Move. So make sure everybody puts your ones in the chat. Jacob says, what they lost was a potential figure. They lost a coach. They lost a mentor. They lost somebody that they've known since they were a teenager. Yeah, I mean, especially looking at Alex Shelley, somebody who's been around for so long, knew Scott, all that. Boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the way. All the way. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. Robin acknowledges. Acknowledging tribal chief move. So, guys, now that everybody's acknowledged move. Now that we've talked about everything that's going on. Now that we've acknowledged all that. And we've been here for what is going on to be an hour now. You guys are outstanding. I had so much fun tonight. I was questioning whether or not I was going to go live, but we did. Oh, hold on. Before we go, Boom. Move. They want you. Move. They want you. Move. Oh, wow. I told you guys. I told you. Jacob. No. Moof will always be in the stream, guys. Moof will always be in the stream. So King Moof, the tribal chief. Boom. He's on my desk doing his thing now. Guys, that's it for me tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out, man. And probably I know we'll probably be live Saturday in some capacity, possibly early as hell in the morning. So chances are I will be we'll be seeing you guys then. Jacob says we need move cam. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Boom. We're out of here. Boom. Peace out. I can't believe this just happened. Oh my God. Tune in next time.